Have you heard about Yarn Lane, a TV show dedicated to knitting, crochet and all things yarn, bringing you demonstrations from our expert guests as well as the latest tools. And find out what's coming up on the show by following us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our email newsletter or visit the programme guide on our website at www.yarnlane.com.
Stuck for ideas for the perfect gift? Why not get them a gift card? You can buy Sewing Street and Yarn Lane gift cards loaded up with anything from £10 to £500. Shop our gift cards online at www.sewingstreet.com or www.yarnlane.com, or purchase them via our UK call centre on 0800 001 44 33.
Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again. Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters, and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So you never have to spend a minute without us.
Keep up to date with what's on Sewing Street and Yarn Lane, as well as all the latest news and special offers by signing up to our email newsletters. For Sewing Street, head on over to www.sewingstreet.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and you're done. It's exactly the same for Yarn Lane. Head on over to www.yarnlane.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and that's it. You are now subscribed to both Sewing Street's and Yarn Lane's email newsletters, so you'll never miss out on the latest news and special offers ever again.
Stuck for ideas for the perfect gift? Why not get them a gift card? You can buy Sewing Street and Yarn Lane gift cards loaded up with anything from £10 to £500. Shop our gift cards online at www.sewingstreet.com or www.yarnlane.com, or purchase them via our UK call centre on 0800 001 44 33.
Have you heard about Yarn Lane, a TV show dedicated to knitting, crochet and all things yarn, bringing you demonstrations from our expert guests as well as the latest tools. And find out what's coming up on the show by following us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our email newsletter or visit the programme guide on our website at www.yarnlane.com.
Hi, I'm Sam from Adventures in Crafting. I'm a craft and crochet teacher based in Tring in Hertfordshire. Since lockdown, I've moved all of my classes onto Zoom, so I now have customers from all over the country. I teach lots of crafts, but crochet is my specialism. I became passionate about crochet when I was pregnant with my fourth child and in desperate need of some me time. Crochet became my sanctuary and I've crocheted every day since then. I'm a qualified teacher and 8 years ago I began teaching crochet. I love sharing my passion with other people. I design patterns, sell kits and teach lots of classes. My classes range from beginners to next steps, specific makes and clubs. I also like to design crochet alongs. My most recent one was my Autumn Granny Square crochet along, which resulted in me designing this allotment jumper, which I love to wear when I'm out gardening and looking after my chickens. My crochet tip for you is to enjoy it. Crochet should be about taking part in a hobby that brings you pleasure. My claim to fame is that I met Kirsty Allsop at the Handmade Fair and I gave her one of my crochet sunflower brooches. I'm so excited to be taking part in Yarn Lane and I hope you'll enjoy my demonstrations.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Welcome to Yarn Lane on Monday morning. Now, Claire, as you can see, I am surrounded by lights. This is only the second time we've had Claire onto Yarn Lane, and it's so important, isn't it? Lighting. Last night I was doing some crochet with beads, couldn't even see them. Couldn't even see them unless I put the big light on, and nobody wants the big light on. I really need some lighting. So I've been asking Claire for a while to come onto Yarn Lane, and fab, we've got her here today, because it's not just about lighting so you can see, it's about lighting so you've got the right colour, which obviously colour matching at this time of the year is almost impossible, even in daylight, because you can't see what colours you're using, and then you make something up. It's so important. So welcome, Claire, to
Hi.
Yarn Lane.
Thank you. It's nice to be back.
It's lovely. So tell me about why you think lighting is so important. I mean, I'm saying for me,
Yeah.
for knitting and crochet, it's about actually being able to see your stitches and colour.
So the reason why having a good light is really important for you, lots of reasons really. It means that you can work for much longer in more comfort, so it doesn't sort of like make your eyes hurt so much and things like that. But the key thing is to have a daylight setting on your light, so that if you're matching colours, you get the exact colour of what you're working on. Because what you sometimes find is if you're working in quite a poor light, overhead light, which is like a warm light, which is where you get more of the yellow, then when you then look at your work, you sort of think, oh, that navy or that black or that white is different. And if you've done some cross stitch or something like that, then you get disappointed. So using a lamp that's got daylight setting on is as if you were outside on a sunny day at noon. So it gives you the exact same light.
Because I often wait till a sunny day at noon to match things together, so there you go.
So they match. So you don't need to wait for that. You can use a light that's got daylight setting.
But there are so many lights to choose from.
There is. We've got so many.
So I think probably the best thing is if we run through all of them.
Yep.
Then it will help everyone out there decide which one they need.
Yes.
Or which ones.
And if people have got any questions about
please do message us in. If you've got any questions about lighting or lights, or you know what you need for yours, just message in studio@yarnlane.com and Claire will answer you, because she is the lighting expert. But we've got to start with this light, because I've just seen this. I love this. Firstly, it's really smooth. It feels like we haven't got it. Oh, it's sold out.
Oh.
I love this.
We're going to try and get some more.
We will try and get some more
Christmas. We're hoping there'll be some next week.
Will we?
Yes.
Oh, good.
We're trying very hard to have some for next week.
Because when you turn it over, it changes colour. So look at that. Next week. No, don't look at it. Don't look at it. That's really sad. But we are trying to get some. So we'll start with should we start at the bottom and work up?
And work our way up.
The folding desk lamp. Now this is beautiful. This is a design. This is not the right one. Oh. Claire's got the folding desk lamp.
Oh, right,
Not
going to go with that
one.
one.
We're going to start at the bottom with the folding desk lamp.
Okay, this is the folding desk lamp. So this lamp comes in black and white.
Right.
And this one is ideal because this is the white one here. So it folds down completely flat. So the head folds down and then it folds down like that. So if you travel, or if you're going to a hotel where the lighting's always nearly really bad,
rubbish.
Maybe you're going to stay with your family over Christmas and you think, I still want to be able to do my lighting, but they don't have be able to do my craft and they don't have good light, then you can take one with you.
On holiday, workshops.
Anywhere. So this one's mains operated and you can angle the head up like that, and then you can also angle this, so depending on where you want to angle the light.
Okay.
And you've got your on and off button here. And it's got 3 different colours on. So you've got warm light, daylight and cool light. So you can see the colours changing there.
Okay.
And what I'm just going to do is put a piece of wool underneath here, and then just so that you can just see how much the changes.
Well, particularly with navy.
How much different changes. So when you get to the daylight setting, then you can actually see what your true colour of your navy is.
Completely different.
So when you're on the warm setting there, that's your daylight one, which is your navy, and then you go to the other ones and it doesn't look like the same navy. And then each colour has got 3 brightness levels on it as well. So you've got one.
So if you're using it for reading in bed, you can just have the warm one.
Yeah.
If you colour match and you have the daylight, when would you use the cool one?
Again, it just depends on people's eyes. That's one of the things with native lighting. A lot of other craft lamps out there just have the daylight setting.
Right.
And what we found through our research over the years is that not everybody always wants the harsh daylight setting. They find sometimes it...
Not for working by,
no.
for colour matching, but when you're actually stitching or knitting or crocheting.
Or reading or anything like that.
Then you do, right.
So by having the 3 different colours and the 3 brightness levels, there's 9 different settings on this lamp. So it means that you can obviously use, you can find the setting that suits your eyes.
Right.
And particularly if people maybe have some kind of eye conditions, we work with the RNIB, and obviously sometimes people have got like eye conditions and things like that. It's good to have lots of different choices of colours as well.
No, that makes sense. Yes, because it's not just about colour matching, is it?
No.
You need the daylight. It's also for actually working by as well,
Yes.
and intensity.
Yes, yes.
And brightness. Okay, so this lamp is $45.99. However, if you want to spread it in three equal instalments, it won't cost you any extra. It's interest free, but you can spread it across 3 equal payments of £15.33. You will pay the first instalment now and be sent it straight away. You haven't got to wait. But then in January and February, you will have the other £15.33 taken out. So $45.99. I mean, it's beautiful quality. That's what you've got to remember about these lights, is that if you're not sure what you need and you have a look, I was talking about the ring light the other day, and you know, if you go onto some websites, you have no idea what it is and whether it works, what the quality is. These are fantastic quality lights. They've been developed by Clare, and she works for the RNIB, and they do what they're supposed to do.
They do, and everything's guaranteed for 2 years
Which
as
is
well.
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing. So it's really worth it, and it makes a big difference to how you craft, is whether you can see, particularly in this light. So many people say to me, oh, well, I've given up knitting because I can't see.
Yeah, and a lot of people automatically think they need a magnifier. But I always say to people, have you had a good light? And if you haven't actually tried with a good quality light, with good quality LEDs as well, with a daylight setting, and so people say, oh my gosh, I gave up and now I've got one and I can see. And so it's so nice to hear that when people say they've been able to carry on with their crafting.
Because it's a shame, isn't it? That and also I think the problem is as well is that you share your space with other people. So you might be sitting in the living room, someone's watching the TV, someone might be reading, and they don't want all the big lights on.
No, exactly.
So you think, well, I actually can't see.
And that's why a lot of our lights have got the flexible goosenecks, which mean that you can actually bend the light to be just on your project. So that when you're working, that you don't disturb anybody else in the room if they're watching the TV.
So if we go to this one, this is quite a simple one in a way.
Yeah, I don't think
quite
it's plugged.
Quite a simple one, but it's got the flexible neck.
Yes, yes. That's just got the on and off and just a daylight setting, so there's no different brightnesses. A lot of people use that to bend around their sewing machine and put the put the spotlight onto the needle and or to the work that they're working on.
So if you just want some extra light,
then
that's absolutely ideal. $23.99, or you can do it on 3 split pay payments of $7.99. That's the white LED desk lamp. You could just use that for a desk. If you're writing and you just want something small.
And because it's USB, you can power that one into your laptop if you were using it while you were working from home and things like that.
So a lot of people who are working in the office 2 days a week and working from home or whatever, it's the sort of thing you can take with you.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can power it from your laptop, so it's not extra electricity either.
Okay. And then what about the one that you've got on your desk, the wiggly one? Wiggly one.
This one? The wiggly one. Okay, so this is the clip-on, the little mini clip-on. This is a perfect little stocking filler, this one. So this one stands on the desk with the stand, or you've also got the clamp. So you can clamp it. You can clamp it on. So it's ideal to clamp onto a book. People clamp them onto their headboards, onto their sideboards. They clip onto frames as well, cross-stitch frames, or if you've got floor standing frames and things like that. And this one again has got the all the different settings. So it's got the on button on the side here, the on and off button there.
Right.
And this is rechargeable. This one as well. So
and does it just plug into the...
Yeah, so it comes with the charging cable with a USB on the end, and then you can either charge it in a laptop or you can charge it in a power pack, or just like the plug that you would charge your mobile phone.
That is very bright, isn't it?
So this one again has got the 3 colours. So you've got warm light, daylight and cool light on there. And when you go onto each one, if you keep your finger on, it dims it down as well. And then take your finger off.
It'd be good to take camping, wouldn't it?
And then it goes back up. So you change it to all your different colours, and then you can obviously dim it up.
Yeah, and you can really see it on there.
Yeah, and change it on those ones as well. But this, again, is another really small, compact one. Say you were like going on quite a long journey on a train or on a plane. Course, yes. You want to be able to do a little bit of cross-stitch or knitting or anything. Then you've got everybody else has gone to sleep and you want to do something. You could just put your little...
Because it will
and you can clip it onto the table that you get on the train and the plane.
For $24.99, that's a good little Christmas present,
isn't it? Exactly.
Well, especially when you think, I don't know what to buy them. Shall I buy them another jumper? Do they need this? But a light? How many people really appreciate a decent light.
Yes, exactly. I think most people that do crafting would appreciate.
And that one comes in white.
That one just comes in
Right,
white.
okay. So you can split the pay on that one as well at $8.33, 3 equal payments. Remember, split pay is interest free. Won't cost you any more to do. It's just some people prefer to spread the payments. That's entirely up to you.
Yeah,
But they are beautiful quality lights, and that really does. Like, I mean, well, all of these gooseneck ones.
Yeah,
really
all very
move around, don't
flexible
they?
and bendy. Yeah, all of those.
So what's the importance of LED then?
So LEDs don't ever need to be changed. So they're not like a light bulb, which would need to be changed after it goes. So LEDs last up to 40,000 hours, which if you used it for about 8 hours a day, that works out sort of just under 20 years. So
unlikely.
a long time.
Yeah, 8 hours a day for 20 years.
Yeah, so I think most people are probably going to want to change to a new style before the actual lamp stops working. So they're much more cost effective because they use less energy, and obviously you're not needing to buy new bulbs to replace as well. So that's obviously the importance of LEDs. And there's LEDs and there's LEDs. So you can buy, you know, quite sort of cheap lamps that have got probably low quality LEDs in them as well. So that's another thing to sort of take into account. We obviously only have high quality LEDs as well.
And they're not hot.
No, they don't generate heat.
Because
no.
I remember the desk, well, I got desk lamps, and if you touched it, you'd
Yeah.
burn yourself.
Yes.
So there's really sort of, you know, because they're so intense,
Yeah.
aren't they? And you would really burn yourself.
And also, if you know, crafters tend to craft for a long time, and it's if you're underneath that lamp and you know you're getting quite hot, and yeah, exactly. So it's nice to not have to have all of that.
Well, particularly with knitting and crochet, because knitting and crochet in hot weather is really hard. Your hands get sweaty, you can't hold your needle.
Yeah.
So you really do need LED lighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, you know, or everything goes slippery and you can't do it anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I do this one?
Well, we've got
next?
another one that's sort of, these are similar,
we'll
these
do
two
that one
little ones.
first.
Should we maybe do that one as well? Because
We're all over the place.
they're very similar. So so this is the same sort of concept. You've got the big clamp here as well, which, you know, that will clamp onto some pretty hefty tables, because that's a really sort of heavy duty clamp, that one. But this one's got a magnifier on it. So if you want, again, you're clamping onto a stitching stand.
Oh, okay. So that does the same as the other one with the clamp, but it has a magnifier.
Yes, and this one has only got the daylight setting on, okay? So depending on if you want all the different colours. So you can see there's the daylight setting.
Yeah.
And that one dims down as well. So if you take your finger off and put it back on, and then it will go back up to the brightest level. And this one's got a magnification of 1.3 times on there as well.
So you could clip that on a side table next to you if you were knitting on the sofa.
And again, a headboard, bedside table. If you've maybe got like a book stand and you're following a pattern in a book, things like that, you need to be able to see that. So yeah, lots of different uses for this one. And again, it's rechargeable. So once it's charged up, that will last for about 4 to 5 hours.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And can we have a look at the magnification?
Yeah.
On, I don't know, a piece of...
I've got a needle here.
A
so
needle.
I can
yes.
show you as if you were going to sort of like want to thread it, and then you can sort of see how much bigger the eye of the needle looks there. See that?
Now we're just getting in close a minute. There we go. Perfect.
So obviously if you come out there,
Got a hope.
see, and then if you come in here, you can see how much
wow,
bigger
that's
that makes the
brilliant.
eye, and helps with things like that if you need to.
Yeah, and it's just being able to see stitches and when you're counting stitches.
Yes.
And I guess you don't have to use the magnifier, you can just use it as a light.
You could just use a light, yeah, if you wanted to.
So that stops it. So for people who go, I can't crochet anymore because I can't see the stitches, that solves that little problem.
Yeah, on that one.
And all of Native Lighting has split pie. Split pie. 2 words said split pay. Split pay. All of Native Lighting has split pay. So for that light, that's $31.99. But if you want to split it, it's £10.66 in 3 equal payments. I mean, and that's a fantastic price, actually, because I know the quality of these.
Yeah.
Because there are lights and there are lights.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm always a bit wary, you know, when you just think, I have no idea. I want a recommendation from somebody
Yeah.
who's bought it. We always get great reviews on these.
Yeah, we've had some brilliant reviews, and lots of people have messaged in on shows and said how they've loving their lamps, and they've bought 2 or 3 for different rooms, and then the husband's been stealing it, so they've had to buy one for him as well.
Well, also, I think it is a good gift for somebody as well, because, you know, how many people have got the right lighting?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Can I do this one next, Elliot? You told me I was going too fast. You sure? So I like this one because it folds.
Yes, so
It's
that's
very
called
clever, that
the
one.
zigzag, that one.
This is the most portable light. Look at that.
Yes, I'd say
Just
that.
put that in your
probably is.
handbag.
Yeah. A lot of people take it to restaurants when they can't, it's all dimly lit and they can't see the menu and things like that.
Fantastic.
So,
That's like really making a hint, isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah. Well, you think, yeah, though, you think of how many people that could do with this. So you open it all up,
Yeah.
turn it on. So how is it charged?
So that's a rechargeable one as well.
Okay.
So again, that lasts for about 4 hours when that's charged.
Right.
You can lift it up as well, so it goes higher. So you can pull it out. So if you pull, from the top part.
Oh,
that's it,
oh.
yeah.
Ooh, I like that. So you can go like that, or you can have it like that. So very easy to take it with you somewhere. We've got review. I've bought other native lighting products and have always been thrilled with the quality from Sue in Oxfordshire. Well, it's really important. I'm fed up with buying things that don't work. I only buy things on recommendation now. This is brilliant.
It's a nice lamp. It's one of our big sellers, that one. And there's not very many left anywhere in the country. We're waiting
really?
for a
Are
big
we
delivery
limited?
in January.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah. So what you do is you tap it for it to come on, and then it depends if they've charged it or not.
Yeah,
Maybe
is
keep your
this
finger. Yeah.
charged?
If you just keep your finger on it, then they might
Yeah,
not
it
have
might not be
charged. But
charged.
normally, you tap it for it to come on, and then it has got 3 settings as well.
okay.
3 brightness settings.
That's a nice gadget, though, isn't it? So $49.99 for that, and with 3 split payments of $16.66. But remember, you can choose. You don't have to do the split pay. You can just buy it in one sum at once. It's up to you. So that's the Native Lighting rechargeable zigzag lamp. I think these are great for gifting, though, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Gifting to yourself.
Yeah.
I know, you think of, well, just how many, instead of buying them stuff for Christmas or birthdays where you don't know what they want, everybody would want one of those, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But like you say, in restaurants where you just can't see.
And again, like if you're on a plane or a train and you want to be able to do it, and they fit really nicely into sewing machine bags. So if you're going to classes, you don't have to worry about finding a plug, because obviously there's lots of tables in halls, and there's always a fight for the plugs with people with their lights. So you're charged up and you don't need to worry about that.
Well, yeah, it's so slim, isn't it? You put that in your pocket. I mean, it's smaller than one of those phone chargers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those big chunky ones, the one that I've got anyway. Yeah. But great for travelling with. But also, sometimes it depends on your workspace. You might not have loads of space in your living room if you're sharing it with other people. You haven't got room to put all a side table. So
Yes.
like that one. Nice. Right, Ellie, which one should we do next? You told me off because I'm going... Which one? Elliot has to choose.
Oh, right.
Tell me I'm going too fast. The white chameleon desk lamp.
That's this one. Right. So this is our magnifier that's got the highest magnification.
Right.
This one's got 3 times.
Okay.
So this is really, really strong magnification on this one. So if I just, again, put my needle in there, then you can see. So there we go. So can we get that?
No, perfect. Oh, yeah. So 3 times magnification.
So if you come out, and you can hardly see that there.
Yeah.
And then you can see, obviously, once you go back in, how
Perfect,
easy that would be. I'm not going to try and thread a needle in case I can't do it.
Yeah,
that is really, really strong. This one, you do also have all the colours as well. So if we put like a piece of...
But you can use that for if you're doing modelling. It doesn't need to be just for you, for your knitting and your crocheting and your sewing. I mean, anyone who does crafts.
And I thought, just see how much that changes the colour of that wall.
Wow, it's gone black.
Yeah.
I tell you, it'd be good for matching my tights up.
So there it is.
I never work out whether I've got black or navy tights.
Really?
Until I go out of the house and put them on and go,
That wasn't the right colour.
I could match them all up with that. It'd be brilliant.
So that's actually under the daylight setting, and that is the true colour of that wall. But then when you go on to obviously the other ones, so that's the warm light, which is what you would probably have from like a normal light bulb in your house. And like you say, that looks like it's black. So it just makes such a difference using those colours. And then each colour has got a brightness level on as well. So you've got 1, 2 and 3. brightness
let's dim the lights
levels.
and then we can see. Oh, that helps.
1, 2, 3. So then
Wow.
that's obviously,
Yeah.
then you've got it on the brightest and on the daylight setting as well. And there you can see the differences. So yeah, that just goes to show what a big difference it makes when you're using the right colours. The nice one about this one as well is if you don't always want the magnifier, you can just pop your lid down and then you can just use it as a light as
Okay.
well. So obviously
So
just
that's
use it as your
optional.
light. And you've got, again, the gooseneck here. So if you want a little bit of help with the sewing machine and the needle on the machine, you can angle this in front of the sewing machine. Or if your cross stitch is tiny and things like that, you can angle it to all those positions as well with those.
Well, if there's any, if you've got any questions for Claire, or if there are any lights you particularly like to see, because obviously we do sell a lot of different native light oils, we're going to try and get through all of them. But please just message in studio@yarnlane.com. We can show you some more details. We can be your personal lighting specialist today. Because otherwise it's difficult to decide.
There
So
is.
with that one, that just sits on the desk.
That sits on the desk.
Or a table. Or,
And what I always say to people is when you're thinking about what type of light to buy, is to seriously think about where you craft and how you craft.
Okay.
So if you're going to be sometimes at a table and then sometimes in a chair or a sofa, then it's probably best to buy a floor lamp, because you can put the floor lamp by the table and then you can have the floor lamp by your chair. Or if there's a table by your chair, have a table lamp where you can attach it to the table, and then obviously if you're working at a table as well. So it's sort of thinking about where you're going to do it and what you're going to do before you sort of decide which one
Okay.
to buy as well.
yeah, that's true, isn't it? Yes, because you've got to think is how is it going to work for where you are and how
Yeah.
flexible it. Oh, there's the key features.
Ah,
Well, this is from
my
your
website, yeah.
That tells you everything. So you've got gooseneck, 3 times magnification and colour temperature. So I guess this is perfect for people who struggle to see and need some things magnified, not
Yes.
necessarily everything that they're
No.
doing magnified.
No.
I mean, what I find is mostly I can sit there and crochet and watch the telly and it's fine.
Yeah.
But then I've got to count how many stitches,
And then you
and
need
that's
some
when I'm
help.
like,
Yeah.
or if I'm doing embroidery, I have different glasses for embroidery.
Right.
They're a bit stronger. So it's that sort of, so for
Yeah.
that, but also the colour matching as well.
Yeah.
So that is kind of almost like your all-purpose
Yes.
desk lamp.
Yes, so lots of, beautician, like this picture now, beauticians using
Ooh,
it.
yes.
There was a picture of watchmakers, so that's somebody makes card making. So lots of different uses for this one.
Okay. And obviously model making. and that
Model
sort of thing as
making,
well.
painting, if people are doing very intricate painting, jewellery making. Yeah, so many different uses for it, really.
Okay. Right, that's good. So the other one, can we go on to the other one, Elliot?
So that's the slim
The-
lamp
yes, I
flexes
like
we've got
that.
here. I don't think you've seen this
Oh,
one,
well, we
actually.
have this one in the gallery.
Ah, yes, they're always stealing it. Whenever I
think they
come, I have to
stole
go
it.
and find
Did
it.
you steal it? Okay, so who is this one for? Now we decide who the person is.
So this one is, again, for very similar people that we were just talking about with the magnifier, but if you don't need the magnification. So again, this is sort of like a smaller version of the Lumina, which is our best-selling lamp, which we're going to go on to in a
Right.
moment. So this is like a smaller version of this, which just has a daylight setting on
Okay.
it. So again, what's ideal with this one is the flexibility of this one. So you can just move it, bend it, position
Yeah.
it wherever you want it. And again, you've got the clamp. So here, this clamp is a really sturdy clamp, opens up here. And so that clamps onto the desk like that. This one's USB powered. So if you've got a sewing machine, you can put it into the back of your sewing machine if you've got a port in there. If you're working from home, you can put it into your laptop, or you can use it in the power pack, or you can use it in a plug, which you can just plug an USB into. So, and this is also quite nice for wrapping around a sewing machine. So if you've got a sewing machine, you want
Okay.
to say light from behind
Yeah.
or light from front. A lot of people tend to use them for that as well. So you touch the end to turn it on, and that's where that comes on there. And then if you keep your finger on the end, it dims it down. And then keep your finger back, and then it goes back up again to the brightest setting. So that one's on just a daylight setting, that one.
Right.
And that comes in black as well. So
Same price?
same price.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the black one. Exactly the same. I haven't got that one plugged in, but it's exactly the same. You can't see it against my black top very well, but it's exactly the same, and obviously in nice matte black as well on that one.
That's what I think. That's the one they've stolen in the gallery.
Yeah.
So that's very good for if you're sitting at a desk or near a table, but
Yeah.
you want very directed light.
Yes. So because you can obviously position it exactly where you
Right,
are.
yeah.
So let's take another piece of wool and pop that underneath there. And then you can see, obviously, it's not lighting up loads of area
Yeah,
around you.
yeah.
So, you know, if you've got people that are watching the telly and they complain that you've got a light,
Right, okay. So if you
and then
just
like you
want-
can see, it doesn't really sort of spread everywhere. It just stays
Well,
where
also,
you
it's not really
position
getting
it.
in your way of anything else,
Yeah.
is it? It's very unobtrusive light.
Yes.
Okay, so that one, that's the black one that's on screen at the moment, $49.99. If you want to do it on split pay, 3 equal payments of £16.66. Oh, look, here's some images of the lamp in action. Just seen quite close up. I mean, they're beautiful, aren't they? They're really beautiful lights. Because
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. You want something in your house that's not ugly as well.
That's another thing that obviously as a lighting company we've sort of taken into account, that you know people don't always want a sort of very clinical looking lamp in their lounge, because sometimes that's where people do have to work. So all the lights that we've designed, we've tried to make them very ergonomic and more sort of sleek looking, and to fit
Yes.
into the home environment as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking back to sort of the task lighting. Well, you'd burn your hands on it.
Yeah.
And it was massive, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
it wasn't really something you wanted to have anyway. So the black one and the white one, same price. You just need to choose the colour, but they do the same, and they do things. And don't forget about the split pay. But you don't have to. When you come to the point, once you put it in your basket and you get to the point of checkout, then you can choose whether you split pay or not. It's just some people prefer to. But these will all be delivered in time for Christmas.
They will, yeah.
Okay. Which one should we do next, Elliot?
Should we do the Lumina next?
Oh yes, let's do the Lumina. I've got to read the review. So useful, folds away discreetly when not in use, very bright and great to light up any area for crafting or reading.
Oh, that's the Slim Lamp Flex, that one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
That
Okay.
review's on.
Right, Lumina.
Okay, so the Lumina has been by far our biggest selling lamp.
And why is that, and who is it for?
So this is our floor lamp.
Right, so
that
and
we've
I
got
have
here.
one.
So you've got a white one,
So
and
I'm going to show you how big it is.
I've got a black one.
I had one the other day. You have to be very careful not to hit the cameras. Oh, look at that, missed them. Oh, hang on, I've lost my glasses. There we go, but I have missed the cameras. So you can see how tall it is from here, but also how small the base is.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously quite weighted to make
Yeah,
sure that
yeah,
it
it's not gonna
doesn't
fall
fall
over,
over,
but-
but it's nice and slim so that we can get it underneath sofas and chairs, so you don't have to have it sort of stuck out. A lot of the craft lamps out there have got really quite big, thick bases, so there's
Yeah.
no way you can hide them or manoeuvre them around the back of
Whereas
the
you
sofa.
could have that by the sofa, and this bit could be like under part of
Yeah.
the sofa, couldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So when
Okay.
that comes, all you have to do is you just have to screw the base together, and then you just have one pole to screw together. So
And then it
really,
just plugs
really,
in.
really nice and easy, and it's mains operated, that
Okay.
one.
It is, yeah, nice and weighty, isn't it?
Yeah, so it is a nice...
So it's not going anywhere. Okay.
So you operate it from two ways. So you can operate it with a remote control,
I
which
love
you
that.
get. There's lots of features on the remote control, which gives you timers and percentages of colours, and it gives you all the
Yeah.
colours and, you know, a minus and a plus button for brightness and things like that. But you can also operate it from the control, which you've got on the pole here.
Okay.
So it's so flexible as well. This is what I think most people love about this. That one, you've got the length. If you want to be able to reach sort of a big project that you're working on,
Okay.
or if you're working in your chair, then you can position it so you've just got that light just
for you,
over you,
not
and as you can
irritating
see,
anyone
then
else.
that's not really affecting anybody else. So even just by moving my hand out there, there's no light then after that. So you're just lighting up the project that you're working on. So on the controls here, you've got your power button on the top, which is your on and off button. And then down here, you've got the colours. And there's actually 5 different colours on this lamp. So there's warm light, there's cool light, there's daylight, and then there's a couple in between as
Oh.
well. So that's why there's actually 5.
Wow.
And then
So that's really all singing, all dancing, isn't it?
And then each one's got 5 different brightness settings. So this lamp's got 25 settings.
Wow. I mean, it'd be brilliant for students, wouldn't it? So
Yeah.
if you've got a student, you haven't bought their Christmas present yet, but, you know, when they're late night studying.
Yeah. And I think that's why I think this lamp's been
I'm
so
gonna put this on the
popular.
floor now.
It's so flexible, and it's
yeah,
got...
well, I mean, I would use it sitting on the sofa crafting. You know, I can see my husband using me sitting there reading the paper.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, can I turn the big light on? No, you can't.
Yeah.
No. And you can say, but I can't read the paper. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because when you're watching the telly, you don't want that, do you?
No.
But for students, you know, in your bedroom as well.
Yeah,
Ideal, wouldn't it?
yeah, for anybody that's working, and if you're working from home as well, you can move this because the base isn't that heavy. You can move it around quite easily to different rooms, and if you say maybe you're working on your sewing machine, and then later on you're maybe doing some knitting or something like that, so you can just so easily move it around.
Oh, so and this bends, but also that fiddles round as well. Sorry about squeaking. So you've got bending and twiddling.
Yeah.
I like the idea though, particularly if you're doing something and you know you've got maybe that over there, that you can get the remote control.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. John Scott's got one of these and he loves
Has
it.
he?
Yeah, he absolutely loves it. And he's got about 3 or 4 actually, and he's always saying, "Oh, I love the remote control because I can just get it from over there, and I don't have to get up and switch it on."
Well, I
and
know,
off."
because if you're sitting in a sofa, you know, you're there.
Yeah.
You might have to get up then, and you're covered in everything.
So here we can see we've got a piece of wool under there again, and just sort of changing.
Oh, right,
changing
yeah,
all
big
the all
difference.
the colours there that you've got. So obviously that's
That's
warm,
completely the
that's
wrong
cool.
colour.
And then you've got your daylight one there, and so it makes it look green.
Yes, it
when
well,
it's
yeah, I
actually
suppose
under.
some colours.
Yeah.
It's fine with, but
And that's the bright. So we're going up now to see how bright. So it was on the lowest
oh
setting,
wow.
and then if we go up to the brightest one, that's the brightest one. There on those. So the difference.
So
is
you
there.
could use this for colour matching,
Yeah.
and you can use it for, well, like just working too.
Yeah.
But it's quite nice because it's very discreet.
Yeah, and also say you just want the light on. You can put it on the warm setting, and then you've got like a nice ambient light in the room. So it doesn't always necessarily have to be being used for crafting. So that's why it's nice to have all these different colours.
Well, the thing is, it's quite an attractive light. It's the sort of thing that you would buy in an interiors store.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with craft lighting.
No, exactly. Yeah.
It's just a nice light to own, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the one that we've got on the screen at the moment is the black version that Claire's got. So that's what that one looks like. They're the same price, just different colours. And then the other one is the white one. They also feel really nice. I was trying to think what
So they've got
feel
it's like a sort of a latex on them, really.
Yeah.
And then
Really soft.
quite often when you've got these goosenecks, you have like quite a rigid vertebrae inside. But
Right.
that's, I think, maybe what you're referring to. We don't have that because we've sort of had these reinforced so they don't droop. Because quite often I know people have said to me in the
okay.
past that they've bought lamps and then after a while of use they start to droop. So we've had like these reinforced aluminium inside.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah,
Yeah.
because you sort of feel that you can do that and it's not going to
Yeah.
then go...
Yeah, which are, some other sort of
Okay.
like lamps can do that.
And it is very smooth, isn't it?
Yeah,
No, I do like. I like the idea that it is a bit of your interior as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be craft lighting.
yeah. I don't know why yours is squeaking because they don't normally do that. Elliot's probably been doing something
What
with
have you
it.
done to this? Yeah, it's probably job. But it's quite nice that you can get so much the right angle.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's not going to annoy people.
Yeah,
or get
exactly.
anywhere. So, which sells better, the black one or the white one?
Well, it's funny. It always used to be the black when we first launched them, and probably the first 3 or 4 times that we had them on Sewing Street, it was always the black. But we seem to have swung the other way a little bit
okay.
now, and it's gone back to white. So
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
which is why the white's so limited because I bought much more black, and then all of a sudden we swapped.
Oh,
so yeah,
okay.
white's very limited at the moment.
Now, these are sent direct from you, is
They
that
are,
right?
yeah.
Okay. And Claire guarantees Christmas delivery with
Yes.
these. So when you pay for them, whether you do split pay or you do one whole payment, the orders go straight through to Claire. She will send them direct to you, and you're still fine for Christmas. So if you've got that person or someone said to you, what do you want for Christmas? You're like, I don't know. Then this is ideal. It's just the sort of thing that we don't have, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
We have
And you
table
won't
lamps.
sometimes don't always want to buy that type of thing for yourself, but so it's nice maybe to get that as a gift.
Definitely. Well, we have a table lamp in the corner, don't we?
Yeah.
And probably that's about as far as our lighting goes.
Yeah.
But again, you could use this with your sewing machine.
Yeah, you can, because obviously you can just put it on the table next to you, and because of the reach is so long, then you can obviously
I mean, I think
bend that around.
£116.99, when you think it could be a table lamp, it can be, well, not a table lamp, but you can use it
on
like
a table.
that high, and you can use it a floor lamp. That's so versatile, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, Elliot said he's got a version of this at home, but he's got a real bulb in his, and he has to change it all the time. And I bet it's really hot as well. Well, Elliot, you actually need to buy yourself one of these then, don't you? There you go then. Should we do this one? This is amazing. Can we do this one next? This is like the chief light,
Yeah,
isn't it?
this is our... So
You talk me through this and I'll show.
We do sort of a daddy magnifier, a mummy one and a baby one. So this is obviously the daddy of the magnifiers, this one. So this is a 7-inch magnifier.
Oh, it's plugged in. Just checking.
Yeah, so you need to switch that on, that black switch. That's it, yeah. And
so it clamps to the table.
Clamps to the table, and it's got a really long reach, so you can sort of, and then you can push it from the back as well.
Okay, so you can swing it like that.
So you can swing it around. So if you're maybe working on like a big quilt,
yes,
or a big project, or you've got a big cutting table or a desk, and so yeah.
And then this angles as well.
Yeah, so you loosen the wing nut.
Okay.
There.
So you can choose what angle you
and then obviously you can.
It goes right up as
yeah,
well.
so you can position it up, down,
okay,
sideways. Right, left.
Yeah, so I decided, right, I want it just there.
Yeah, so you tighten your wing nut back up.
Look at that, and it doesn't go...
No, it doesn't drop.
So you're surprised like that. I've had lights that do that.
So this one is also, so you've got the controls on the front. You can see you've got like the little eye and the star.
Yes.
So the little eye changes the colours. So you've got warm light there. You can see it on the table actually. And then you tap it again.
Right, so the eye does...
So the eye changes the colours. So you've got the warm light, and then the other one does the brightness level. Actually, you're on the brightness now. So that's got 3 brightnesses, and then the other one is the colours.
And that's the colours.
Yeah.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
Do you know, I was trying to do it by looking on screen, but actually just
you
look at the table. I can actually see what I'm doing. Why am I looking at the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so again, you've got the warm light, the cool light, and the daylight.
Right.
And then you've got 3 brightness
settings.
settings.
So it does the same thing as that at the table lamp,
yes,
but it's just bigger and better.
Yes.
And then...
then you've got the cover on it as well.
That's just amazing. Absolutely, that makes a massive difference. The size of my hands, you know, that really, just when I think about, you know, when you, even if I was sitting, oh, hang on, I pressed the wrong one. If I was sitting doing some knitting and I just wanted to count my stitches, you just pop your hands underneath. It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? I mean, it just magnifies so much. I think that's incredible. That makes make a difference. I always think it's really sad when people go, I don't do that anymore because I can't see. But, you know, this is great. But you don't have to have the magnification. Just put the lid back on.
Yeah, a lot of people use that actually as a light as well because it's quite a widespread.
Yes.
Like that one. And the magnification on that one is 1.75 times.
Wow. So that's quite a lot, isn't it?
So we've got magnifiers that are 1.3, 1.75 and then 3 times.
Right,
so
okay.
A choice of magnification.
So, you know, or for people who are doing things, like we say, like, you know, papercraft, model making, because obviously we know that you don't only buy things for yourself, unfortunately. We should only buy things for ourselves. We do buy things for other people as well. So if you know somebody wants lighting and, you know, you think, let me buy somebody something they actually want that's useful, $137.99. And again, 3 split payments of $45.99. Remember, this is the Native Lighting White Chameleon Magnifier Lamp. So if you choose split pay, it will be sent to you across 3 equal payments, but you won't be charged any interest at all. It's just and it will be sent to you straight away. Now look, we've shown you so many different lights, and if you're, you know, we've talked about what light suits what person. You need to choose what suits you or the person you're buying it for. So obviously, if you go onto yarnlane.com on the website and click on Watch Live and scroll down from there, you'll see details of all the lights that we've shown. And it's brilliant because we do have all the details that tell you. But if you've got any question for us, well, for Claire, I wouldn't say us. I can tell you which one I like the look of. if you've got any, there's our website, then message the studio at leonlane.com. But if you've got any questions for Claire and you're not sure, then just ask and she'll be able to help you and give you some guidance. But look, if you scroll down on the Yarn Lane website, you can see them all there. Oh, the rechargeable zigzag. I like that one, the one that goes in your handbag. That one's gone. But she'll be able to help you. But there are others as well. So, I mean, obviously we haven't had time to show we haven't got time to show all of them. Which one's next? Oh, the black Lumina desk lamp.
Yes. So this is exactly the same as the 2 floor ones that we've just shown.
Oh, right, okay. So same as this lovely floor one that I've got.
Yeah, but we actually do this in a desk version as well.
Okay.
So the desk version, it has a clamp, so you clamp it to the desk. It's like a vice clamp.
Yes.
But it's got little padded cushions on the clamp, so that to make
nice.
sure that obviously you protect your table,
Your nice table.
Yeah, if you're putting it onto like a dining table or anything like that. So everything is exactly the same, and obviously you've got the same gooseneck, so the same sort of like position, so you can obviously stretch it across and things like that. Again, you get the controls actually on the lamp itself here. So you've got your on and off button. And then again, you've got all your different colours. You can see that with the grey one, changing the colours of the grey.
Okay, it's funny how some colours are really affected, isn't it?
Yeah, so it looks like some colours. It looks like it's a blue, really.
Yeah,
but then when you
definitely.
obviously get to the daylight setting, that's the true colour of that. That's the grey.
So this one, it does exactly the same as the floor lamp. It's a table lamp.
Yeah, and it's got the 5 brightness settings on each colour as well. And then you also get the remote control with that. So if you're going to buy a white one, you get the white remote control. If you're going to buy a black one, obviously you get the black remote control as well.
So the one on screen at the moment, $95.99, that's the black desk lamp.
Yes.
So the one that Claire just showed you. But there is also a white version should you want a white one instead.
Yeah. Which we haven't got, but it's the same as your floor lamp.
Yeah, exactly the same as the white light I've got, except it clamps to the table. So exactly the same as that. So obviously there's a lot of choice here about whether you have it clamp to the table or whether you have it on the floor. Remember, this is available as split pay. There's the key features. That shows you everything that there is about this lamp. Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so what does the colour temperature, 2,700 to 6,500 K?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So colour of light is measured by Kelvin. Right. So when you're on the very warm light, that's the 2,700. And then as you get past 5,000, that's classed as daylight. So you've got your warm, your cool, and then once you go past that, then you go to your cool light. So that's how you measure light in kelvins, and that's what those numbers are.
So that's not to do with brightness then?
Not to do with brightness. The lumens and the lux are to do with the brightness.
Right, but the Kelvin
is the colour temperature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's quite... So when you see lights, you can then tell what they will be.
It's like, if say maybe you're out looking for your Christmas lights and it might have said warm or cool, and you're like, well, I don't really know what that means. But if you look at warm, the light will come across as the Christmas lights as more yellowy. And if you go for cool or cool light, or I don't think it'll say daylight with Christmas lights, but then they'll look more white. So that's how you look at the two.
Yes, when you buy your fairy lights for your tree and it goes blue, white, cool white, warm white, you think, well, I don't know really.
Yeah, so warm will have more of a yellow look.
Right, okay.
And cool light and blue light will be more of a white looking light.
Right.
Which is more on the daylight spectrum, so which is for things like that.
So that's what you're really important to look out for.
Yeah.
I mean, because it isn't just about colour matching; it's also about what you're like.
Yeah,
you were saying,
and it's the
crisp,
crispness, and also with a daylight setting, it means that you can work for longer in more comfort because it doesn't strain the eyes as much and make you feel as tired because you think you're in a daylight sort of setting. So as if you were outside on a sunny day.
Is that a bit like you shouldn't have daylight when you're trying to go to sleep at night?
Yeah, so they do say to you, don't look
no
at
phones.
Yeah, and phones and too much back blue light and things like that. So so obviously, if you're maybe reading before you go to bed, maybe don't have it on the brightest daylight setting, but have it on one that means you can see what you're doing. But
so if you're feeling a bit tired when you're at work and your eyes are starting to close,
then put your daylight setting on.
Better for you than a cup of coffee.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. No, but that makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, I think I can think of most people I know would need or want one of these for all different sorts of reasons as well. And I guess a lot of them are very portable. I mean, even the floor lamp.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. I'm surprised it's actually not very heavy, despite the fact it's got a really heavy base. What's the base? How does it do that? Because it's not.
Well, obviously,
thick.
it has to have the heavy base, so that it.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel heavy though.
No, I think it's just that it's so much is compacted into that little disc, so
it's
to make it
small,
weighted.
it's thin,
yeah.
But it doesn't feel heavy. But it is very solid. Somebody wouldn't kick it over.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels like it should have a.
The dog wouldn't knock it over, so you don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, that's always my problem. Yes. So which one haven't we done? Oh, the ring light.
Oh, we haven't done the ring lights.
The ring light. Let's do the ring light, 'cause
okay.
I'm really interested in this one.
So, switch that on. So the ring light also has all the different colour settings. So you've got the daylight, the warm light and the cool light on there. And you've got brightness levels where you can, that's the brightest, and then you can go down to obviously to the least brightest. Now what these are used for, a lot of people that do vlogging, blogging, do lives, Facebook lives, Instagram lives, things like that. TikTokers, things like that. And people that do a lot of makeup tutorials, they're used a lot for that because the daylight setting just makes people look so much better. Right. And it just, and instead of warm light being on your face and, you know, it shows up all the lines and stuff and everything. And so the daylight setting just makes you look so much fresher, alerter, brighter, and that's what a lot of people use them for. So what you do is you get a mobile phone holder, but you actually get 3 of these. So say people are doing a TikTok, an Instagram and a Facebook. If you had 3 phones in there, you could do it all at once. So you don't have to do it 3 times for all the different channels. And then you've got you can position the light down here like
so
this.
If you're trying to do like a video, I mean, oh wow, that's absolutely amazing light, very light but sturdy, highly recommended. So if you're doing like a walk, you want to put a little walk through to make something.
People that do a lot of teaching online use these because obviously your mobile phone will be in here and obviously then it will be recording anything that you're doing underneath. And then if you have it on the daylight setting, because it's quite a large area, it's an 18-inch ring, so it lights up a really large area, so it's ideal for all of that as well.
And could you adjust it to put over your sewing machine if you wanted to do?
Yeah, you could do, if you just wanted to have a nice light over the area. It also adjusts
or
up
Zoom meetings, is it good for that?
Yeah, Zoom meetings. You can adjust the height as well. It can go up. It's on the moment, it's at the highest, but it can drop right down to here as well, so you can have it.
What do people do? Do they sort of just put that behind them or in the background then if they're doing Zooms to just...
They put it facing them so that obviously then you obviously look, you look brighter.
Oh, I see. So the people can't see
it, yeah.
But you look like
yeah.
And
it comes with a case as well, so obviously keep the ring part in the case.
Nice.
And you also get with it a little remote control which operates your phone. So what you do is you download an app onto your phone, and then what you do is you use that little remote control to operate your phone. So you're not like going like this when you want to start your video and everything.
Well, so many people are now putting little quick tutorials on YouTube, aren't they? I mean, $95.99. I thought that must be over 100. That one. That's a very good price, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And there is lots of other ones out there and there is lots of different prices, but there's lots more features on this one, and you don't have to take the ring apart and change the lights, because a lot of them you have to take them apart and put the actual LEDs in. Here, all you have to do is just press the button to change your colours.
But I'm thinking as well, just photographs as well.
Yeah, a lot of people use it for photography.
Because I take a lot of photographs of sort of walkthrough shots of different parts of something, like if I'm doing some instructions.
Yeah.
But I can only take them between about sort of 12 and 3 in the winter.
Yeah.
And by the kitchen window because it's the lightest, but that would give you a good light later on.
So what you could do is you could put your thing, you could put it down, put your pieces underneath, and you're always going to have the same light with your photography. That's the thing, as the light change.
It's like having a tripod for your phone because it doesn't move.
Yeah, so it's obviously going to always be the same lighting, whereas if you just
do people use it to work by? Because I think it's quite an attractive light.
Yeah, and I actually put it into my office corner just to make the room feel lighter and brighter.
It's quite attractive, isn't it? It's quite a bit of a statement piece.
So there's Jane here, Jane Greenoff. She's got one, and there's a picture of her using it
for doing all of her videos and tutorials. Well, so many people are doing them now, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it's becoming a big thing.
Well, you see them all the time for cooking and everything,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, beautician using them, obviously. Yeah. This, I think so. $95.99. Right. Mate, that's an amazing price. So, but you can do split pay on that one again, $31.99 in 3 equal instalments.
That's the little remote control, that operates
That's
the
really
phone.
cute,
Yeah.
isn't it? Again, I mean, well, brilliant thing for yourself. Obviously, there are so many different lights. So, if you need to ask anything, you can message us. Have a look on the website. A lot of the information is on there. Now, we will be able to get these to you for Christmas. Claire will send out the Lumina ones and the
ring light and the big magnifier.
And the big magnifier. The
Flyer.
Magnifier light. So this one and the black one, and then the big ring light as well. And she will guarantee to get them for you for Christmas, so that's not a problem. So if you're struggling to think about, don't know what to buy somebody, I mean, honestly, I would want most of these. I think I'm going for the ring light. I've decided now. I think that's my favourite because for
your photography.
But also, I think I would put that in the corner of my living room. I think that's quite attractive.
Yeah, it does. It's also quite nice if, to use at Christmas with the family. Yeah. If you want, we all couldn't get together last year, and hopefully we will all be able to this year, and to have that ring light and the mobile phone in there, and then you can just use a remote control to take all the pictures. So
perfect. Well, that sounds wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Claire. I've really enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I've seen some of the lights. I've talked about a few of them before, but not the whole range.
No.
In all detail.
Yeah.
So it's been brilliant. So will you be back? Are you back before Christmas?
I am back on New Year's Eve.
Are you?
Yes. So if you get some money for Christmas,
yes.
and then we'll be back with some deals then, I think.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me on Yarn Lane today. Yarn Lane is back on Wednesday with the wonderful Sam Sabido, who has designed a new jumper, the Ripple jumper, exclusively for Sewing Street. Brand new on air. You haven't seen that before in various colourways. So that's going to be wonderful. I'm really looking forward to watching that. So thank you for joining me on Yarn Lane. I will see you back on Sewing Street next Monday on the 20th. And in the meantime, hope you get your Christmas shopping sorted, and I hope your tree lights work better than mine. I will see you next week.